Guys, I'm really worried. My close friend Johnny has actually been banned from Japan at one point, and now he's banned from leaving or obviously entering Korea.
나는 조마오 죄송합니다.
We need to organize, we need to come together, we need to help Johnny, and we need to get him out of there. We need to get him back to America or wherever he lives. I can't remember exactly.
Okay, I'll say right now, I want to apologize to the Korean people. I was not aware of the significance of the statue. I was trying to get, you know what I mean? It was just entertainment.
He needs our help. He's a really talented young creator who is making content that is just leaps and bounds better than the average YouTuber, streamer, TikToker, whatever. This guy makes me look like I'm Joe. Makes me look like I'm Joe. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. You know, some things in life are totally fine to leave to chance, like trying a new type of milk in your coffee, maybe rolling the dice on a new takeout spot. But guys, finding the right doctor, that's not something you want to leave up to chance. That's why I use ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors and instantly book an appointment that has over 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, whether it's mental health, dental health, eye care, or even skincare. You can filter doctors who will take your insurance, who are nearby, who meet your medical needs. Plus, they're rated by actual real patients who have been seen by them, so you can compare to find out exactly what the best fit is for you. You gotta know if you're in good hands. ZocDoc is built for giving you that information. The best part is you can see their actual appointment openings and book visits with just a few clicks. ZocDoc appointments typically happen quite fast, within 24 to 72 hours or even same day. I use the app, you should too. Stop putting off those doctor appointments. Go to ZocDoc.com/Oompaville to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Oompaville. ZocDoc.com/Oompaville today. Click the link in the description, support the channel. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. His name is Johnny Somali, and he once again really needs our help.
It was not my intention to really hurt you guys, and I hope you guys can accept my apology. And I'm a young person. I want to grow as a man.
Just kidding. Johnny Somali, we've talked about him quite a few times on the channel. He's not actually my friend, he is my #1 op. I'm copywifing any YouTuber talking shit. Atozi, Oompa, Jamari, suck my Not really, he's not even really an op, but this is probably the saddest story on the internet, the most pitiful story on the internet, the most pathetic story on the internet, and that is the story of the life of Johnny Somali.
Your father was right to say you should never have kids. Your father was right. Your father was right.
Oh, relax. Shut up. Oh.
This guy is not a good guy. He is a very, very, very bad guy. And now he's finally got his sweet, sweet, sweet comeuppance. I hope it gets worse, dude. I hope it gets worse for him.
Hey, you too. Hey, you say. Too. Somali, say something. Hey. Hey.
I keep calling back to you.
Johnny Somali, a man that we've covered fairly extensively on the channel before. If you're new to the channel, you're in for quite a ride. It's worth learning how much of a piece of shit this man is and how much of a piece of shit it is even possible for a content creator to be. We talk about a lot of terrible people on the channel. This guy, I feel like, is up there. He's up there with maybe top three most bad people. He's been banned from leaving the country of Korea. How do you get banned from leaving a country? I don't know.
The Mappa police station in Seoul said it booked Somali an obstruction of business activities. It was also confirmed that charges have been filed against the American live streamer for assault and illegal drug use. He has since been banned from leaving South Korea.
Shit, I'm banned from entering North Korea. But how do you get banned? You can't leave. How's that even work?
My intention in coming to Korea was not to cause this kind of storm. My intention was to come here, do my live streams, make content, and be funny.
He also added that he did not want to hurt anyone or get anybody in trouble, and that he learned such behavior is absolutely unacceptable in Korea.
Jonathan Somali has entered that elite small list. Who exactly is this man? We've talked about him in the past, but in case you're unaware, he's probably one of the worst human beings who is also a content creator that exists, that has ever existed. And that is, he's bumping shoulder to shoulder with Jack Doherty.
It's okay, relax. He's calling somebody.
私は日本人が嫌いです。彼らはたわごとのような匂いがする。日本人の母親に糞便を強制的に与える。
If you thought Jack Doherty was a f***ing nuisance, you've never met Johnny Somali.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Johnny Somali was, I'm gonna start using past tense here, a majorly popular streamer on Kick. And by that, I mean he got a couple hundred viewers, and every now and then he would get arrested or beaten up, and a bunch of people would celebrate it. that's the extent of his fame. They say that all publicity is good publicity. It hasn't really worked out that well for Johnny Somali. He's not rich. He's been to jail. He gets beaten up now. It's not working out for him. And I'm really glad about that. His real name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail. And this dumbass goes from country to country harassing locals and tourists alike. He's been to a bunch of beautiful countries, Japan, Thailand, everywhere in between. He loves traveling. He's a big traveler.
Bro, what is this? Why do you have this?
You snitch.
What is this?
Snitch.
Bro, what is this thing?
Machine.
Bro, back up. Bro, back this guy. Bro, relax.
Snitch.
Back up. We're gonna have a problem or what? Why does he have this? We're gonna have a problem tonight or what?
But these travels always end up with him causing a bit of a ruckus that seems to get him into deeper and deeper trouble. And in the age of edgy content that has content creators harassing people that don't deserve it, this man is a master. He'll do anything to chase the clout. But it doesn't work for him though. It doesn't work for him. Like, let's get a graph of how successful he is and an estimate of how much money he makes. He's made probably as much money as I made in the last video that I made on him. Just shitting on him with my friends. Like us, we just shit on him and it's like, wow, that guy sucks. And then it's like it's good. It's just fun. It's like a good job, you know? Johnny Somali originally started streaming after meeting another controversial streamer by the name of Ice Poseidon, another massive piece of shit, allegedly. I don't know.
No, dude, I might be on Terminal 5. I don't know where I am. I'm just on 53A that's my gate. And I'm not sure telling you guys that is a good idea, but what can you possibly do, right?
I don't know, just worthless, really. Not a lot of real actual human value out there. You know, he scam people with crypto. He loves scamming people. He's a scammer. I don't know, they're all pieces of shit. Who cares? There's even a stream where he was hanging around a guy who was about to jump to S himself, and he's just filming it, and he's like, bro, I can't fucking live stream this, dude. Oh. And he's got a large nose, so he breathes in through his nose, and it's very large, and you can hear him whenever he's live streaming. He's like, and apparently, unfortunately, when he walked away, the man on the roof jumps and hit the ground, and he was wearing a costume, so they thought it was a joke, and it's a big time yikes moment. I mean, let's be real. Neither of these people are good, and that's how Johnny Somali got his start, by rubbing tips with Ice Poseidon. Didn't take long for Johnny's mentor Ice to completely decline. He was banned from Twitch after being swatted off of an airplane because he doesn't, you know, turn his TTS. I mean, he just he's grossly negligent. He's hurting. It's terrible. It's nonsense.
Phoenix police searching an American Airlines plane at Sky Harbor. Police say an anonymous threat was called in. That threat wound up being not credible.
Passengers on that American Airlines flight from Los Angeles say that after they landed here, the pilot simply told them, "Our gate's not ready." He parked and said, "Everyone put your shades down." Well, when someone peeked out of the shade, this is what they saw. Police surrounding the plane, and then police ended up boarding that plane. Passengers say that 2 people were removed, a man and a woman.
Not that long ago, Ice also had to publicly apologize after being arrested in Thailand. Which is such a funny video. And he's standing next to an Oompa Loompa.
I'm being held in Thailand for the actions that I've done a few nights ago at a hotel.
I'm being held in Thailand for the actions of being a piece of shit. Eventually, Johnny and Ice would meet behind the scenes, a clash of minds, and Ice would tell him to go cause chaos, allegedly. And Johnny Somali, allegedly, agreed to that immediately, and that's how his career began.
If you ain't doing like super degen shit, maybe I'll see you again.
Why not? Okay, I like that. We're gonna go.
But you know, just don't get canceled all over Twitter again.
No worries. I won't bring that heat. I think I brought heat on the whole IRL game. Yo, welcome to
nobody likes the heat.
Yeah.
It's like selling drugs. Nobody wants the heat, bro.
It seems like Ice now agrees that Johnny Somali is a fucking dumbass idiot and he should tone it back, but he's a low IQ moron.
Like Johnny Somali, degenerate. Okay, that dude should have. Like, he already grew his channel. He was getting 1,000 viewers plus. He should have just like toned it back just a little bit and moved away from Japan. That would have been his best option. Instead, he's a low IQ moron. And it's like, oh, I got 1,000 viewers from doing this, so let me just keep doing it. But like, you know, it comes to an end. You're gonna fly too close to the sun, and then it's over entirely. And that's exactly what happened.
He's a low IQ moron, dude. He's a low IQ moron, dude. Johnny could not listen to the advice of Ice, and it was too late. Johnny Somali realized that causing disturbances would get him more and more viewers, and it didn't actually really, and people would just tune in to see what kind of bullshit this dumbass was getting himself into. At his peak, which he's had a couple now, he was getting thousands of viewers on Kick. To be fair, on Kick, that is quite a few people, but in terms of, you know, real actual streamers whose living they make off of live streaming, it's not anything insane. It's not consistent. It's not consistent viewership. Like, even if you get 50 to 100 viewers, that's more respectable than getting boosts of 1,000 because you're, you know, in Israel starting shit.
Oh, you a bad bitch. I swear to God. You a bad bitch. I'll take you to dinner. I swear to God, I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby. Baby, I'll change your life. I promise you. You a bad bitch right here. I'll change your life, baby girl. You don't gotta work for these niggas no more. Bitch, I'll change your life.
Or trying to get banned from Japan or something. I don't know. Dogs, are you all right? You smell like poop. They smell like poop right now. You guys smell like poop. Why do you smell like poop?
Little Johnny Somali the dog. Petey's new name is Johnny Somali, and she smells like poop.
Eventually, the consequences of the fame that you can acquire from acting like a piece of shit can become fairly severe. And when you are known for harassing people and being one of the most unlikable content creators of all times that has ever existed on any platforms ever, things catch up to you. It all started in a little place across the sea, a place called Japan.
Yeah, and what?
Just don't.
Johnny Somali's actions abroad in his first visit to Japan highlight a troubling pattern where he assumes the civil liberties that he enjoys in America, particularly the freedom of speech and expression, apply universally. Japan is a fairly homogenous society. They have pretty strict rules. Shinzo Abe, may God rest his soul. I don't actually know if he was a good guy. I don't know anything about Shinzo Abe's politics. I know he was shot with a shotgun that some random guy, like a rust shotgun, some dude crafted. And that's sad. But they don't have to allow people to make a fool of their country for views on Kick. So Johnny, while in Japan, made Americans as a whole look ignorant and disrespectful, and Japan is well known for its culture of respect, and this culture influences how people socially interact, behave in public, how they present themselves, etc.
The culture of respect is one of the most important values in Japanese society. It's reflected in Japanese language, manners, and customs. Status and hierarchy are important in modern Japanese society, just like they were in feudal Japan.
Some examples of behaviors that would apply here would be people being mindful of other space, comfort, speaking and acting politely, and respecting shared spaces such as trains.
Point 1. Often, popular train stations in Japan can be congested with large numbers of people. It's especially important to be aware and considerate of the people around you, and also not to block passageways where people are trying to walk, either with yourself or with your luggage. Point 2. Especially when the train is crowded, if you're wearing a backpack, either put it up on the luggage storage area, carry it in front of you, or put it close to your feet on the floor where it won't bother others around you.
And Johnny is a bull in a china shop when it comes to respecting local cultures while he travels. His trip to Japan was one on a long, painful road for him in the world. He would create content with his viewers, often just as terrible and just as big of pieces of shit as him, except they're anonymous. They would encourage and instigate his interactions that antagonize locals, just people going about their days. Johnny would live stream these trips, and he would usually have text-to-speech on with no filters on what could be said. People could pay $3 and say some kind of vile shit that would make a bunch of people upset for just incredibly disrespectful stuff. While in Disneyland in Japan, he had a speaker that would blast TTS or whatever nonsense audio his donors wanted.
Yeah, TTS on the train. Yo, if somebody could help me set up TTS, that would be so lit. That would do $2 TTS. Anybody drop $2. I want to get a speaker and put it right here. That would be crazy. But really, I need to get TTS. I need to get a TTS speaker. So like, whenever you guys type and talks right here about, that would be amazing content here. But I might get into a fight here.
Just having speakers at full volume is already incredibly disrespectful to the people around you. And despite crowds walking around, he's the only one making any noise. There's hundreds of people around and he's the only one going, I'm a dumbass, I'm a idiot. This donation in particular was a song repeating Atomic Bomb at max volume.
Atomic Bomb. Oh my God.
Which, if you don't know, the United States of America dropped 2 back-to-back atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and killed hundreds of thousands of people to eventually end World War II, the Pacific theater of World War II. So, you know, say what you will, whatever. I wouldn't want to disrespect a bunch of people who are so incredibly dissociated from anything negative or bad, who are minding their own business, who I have respect for just on a base human level at the very least. Johnny made no attempts to quiet his speaker or skip the donation. He merely feigned shock, though this is the kind of behavior he encouraged and his viewers encouraged.
Atomic Bomb.
Later, while on a train, he would harass people, shattering the respectful and quiet atmosphere with racially motivated attacks, pestering passengers about Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, Hiroshima? You know Hiroshima? Nagasaki? You know. Why you do this? Pearl Harbor? Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
He would eventually be confronted by other passengers, one guy from the United States of Korean ethnicity, but Johnny would focus on the fact that the man was of Korean descent rather than being an American, and he said that we would do the Korean War on him again.
You know. What? What do you mean?
Where are you from?
You know where I'm from?
Where are you from?
I'm from America.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
You know what we do to you?
What do you do?
We will do again.
Do what?
Hiroshima, Nagasaki. You understand?
Do you think I'm Japanese?
Where are you from?
I'm from America.
Where are you from? What's your ethnicity?
Texas, buddy.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm Korean.
Then sit down, brother.
Why don't you sit?
Which is such a gross, just misunderstanding of any aspect of history. Like, it is crazy how many people like this there are, who contribute nothing in any way, who are not part of a team, right? We're a team. We're human beings living in like a world, and we're kind of a part of a team. And when you add value to the team, that becomes a good, positive thing, objectively. It's not like, well, am I valuable? Am I bringing me? Yeah, you're helping people. That's good. When you go against the grain and you're not doing that, there's not a lot of good options. You can't just get rid of people. You can't like drone strike people for just being pieces of shit, unfortunately. Just kidding. Not unfortunately. I would never want anyone obviously to be drone striked. But by drone strike, I mean just FAFO. Just get your ass beat by a couple of random citizens. That would be really cool. That does eventually happen a lot. In this video you're gonna see, this guy gets his ass whooped a lot. Not so much now, but anyways. There's also other footage and clips of him talking about dropping bombs on Japan during World War II and saying that we'll do that again as well.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki! We do to you again, Fukushima! Hiroshima, Nagasaki! You know what we do to you niggas?
He would also harass people on the street and cause scenes. Sometimes he would be encouraged by other similarly violent streamers walking around with him. One instance when he was in public at night, just yelling and screaming at locals, ended with a guy punching him and his buddy who was also streaming in their faces.
Oh!
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Great. First time we get to see a dumbass streamer just get decked with quite a wallop. I believe I have a thumbnail of it. I believe I have multiple thumbnails of it. That's right, guys. I love it. I relish Johnny Somali getting punched. But I have to say he occupies zero space in my brain. I film these videos, you guys get to chuckle, we all get to chuckle together, and then life goes on. Whereas Johnny Somali has to live his life every single day. He has to wake up every single day, look in the mirror, see himself, and he probably doesn't do this, but he has to contemplate his own existence. And eventually he will have to reconcile with the evil. We're all born to die. He is born to die faster and live a completely meaningless life devoid of any value. So Johnny was punched for his antagonistic behavior towards other people. This wouldn't be the first time. This wouldn't be the last time. But it's the first time that's been streamed, I guess. But the guy who punched Johnny was just fed up with his gross disrespect of people on the street and the fact that Johnny was so confident that he was untouchable and Johnny not untouchable. And that would become very clear very quickly because plenty of people became fed up with Johnny's treatment of Japan and its people. He would continually receive backlash from locals, but that was precisely what this dumbass wanted. It's content. It's how he gets 100 viewer live. 100 viewer live. A group of Japanese streamers confronted him with flashlights where he was staying, trying to explain to him how his behavior was inappropriate and hopefully get him to change his ways.
What do you want to say? So what you did is one of the something that is disrespectful for the whole Japanese community, and that is why Japan is really mad.
But can we talk? We don't need to fight, you know? Why use words? Let's use words. They're not here to fight you. They're not here to fight. They don't understand?
Fairly respectfully, I would say. I mean, this is about as respectful as you can be to someone like this. And he never attempted to change how he behaved, how his chat behaved, etc., or how his viewers could influence the streams. It's just outrage views. It's rage bait, genuinely is what it is. But there's a certain point where it becomes real. It isn't just some guy saying shit with no like this guy's actually doing things to get hurt. This guy's actually evil. He's speedrunning evil. He's being evil. He is of Babylon.
I was drunk. I know how family suffered. People suffer because of that. You're on the train harassing people like that? I was drunk. Don't do it again, bro. I haven't done it again since. I've seen how people in Tokyo whoop your ass. You're lucky I don't do the same, bro. Is that a threat? It is, yeah. Because you go out harassing people like that, innocent people who didn't do anything. Japanese people are the most polite people. I was Japanese people are the most polite people I ever met in my life. Okay. And you're on the like that for what, bro?
It has never worked out that well for him, but in some sense, a modicum of people were directed to his page to view exactly what he was going. Who's this Johnny Somali guy? Well, what? This what the kids are watching these days? Wow, interesting. I'm gonna go snort a line of blow off of Jesus Christ, Dad. What the f? That's weird. Time goes on in Japan, his attitude and his actions never changed. Japan eventually started to fight back. There's little guerrilla groups of vigilantes on Twitter, groups of people trying to find out where he is to enact some justice. And eventually, Johnny started seeing consequences. People would see him out on the street and some would hit him when he wasn't looking.
It's good to know people in Japan. Let's be respectful. You know what I mean? I hope nobody in the chat was saying weird shit. If I go back and whoa, what the fuck? Chill out.
He was even placed in a chokehold and pulled to the ground, and a guy on a motorcycle found him and followed him before confronting him for his nonsense behavior.
Nothing, brother. What? Nothing. Sabay. What? Sabay, nothing. No problem. There's no problem. Over to the other. It's no problem. What? No. What? No, we good. Hey, we chill. Sabay. We good. Come on, man. We good. No. Oh, I'm good. We good. Fucking racist, come on. We good. Fucking racist, come on, man. No. You what? We good. We good.
Johnny was so widely despised and made such a bad name for himself that even the Yakuza would allegedly go out of their way to track him down, and they'd make some threats at him on the street. By the way, Yakuza. I say Yakuza to make people mad, but I know how things are said sometimes. It's just more fun to get more comments. It's better for engagement. Yas. One Yakuza member was seen dragging his hand across his throat, saying that if Johnny came back to Japan, he'd wind up dead.
Kabikicho. Shinjuku. Whoa.
But he's still alive. Season 2! No, I don't know. He was made to apologize. Not that it was a genuine apology. It was an Ice Poseidon Thailand apology.
皆さん、この度は大変お騒がせして 申し訳ありませんでした。
申し訳ありませんでした。
What is up with these people being forced to apologize after going to Asian countries? What is wrong with these people? What the f, dude? Why is this a thing? It's not just a one-time, one-off thing. It's multiple.
申し訳ございません。ごまめせん。申し訳ございません。申し訳せごまめせん。ごめんなさい。The people of Japan, Paul Denino, Ice Poseidon, everybody. CX in the chat.
This began a kind of apology arc. He made some apologies, some seemingly unprompted.
I want to make this video to sincerely apologize to the country and the people of Japan for my comment. It was wrong, it was disrespectful, and I totally should not have said those words. This country is amazing. Everybody in this country that I've met has been super hospitable to me and has taken care of me. And they've really been truly great friends and have shown me care, love, and respect. And to whoever I hurt in this video, I really apologize in that live stream. It's not the content I'm trying to make.
But Baby Boy cried wolf. He didn't actually intend on changing any of his actions. He was just apologizing, I guess, to take the piss. I really don't know his exact reasoning behind it. We do know that Johnny's body has not a genuine bone, and it would be completely unsurprising if he never made an honest statement in his life. He gaslights people and has a massive victim mentality and says anything and everything to avoid accountability. It's pretty embarrassing, really. He was also called racist at one point for his behavior, and he said that he couldn't be racist to Japanese people because he's half Japanese. He claims that his father is Japanese.
Yeah, why are you guys, like, literally, I read a donation. Why are you mad about some that happened 80 years ago? I have a lot of Japanese friends. I'm half Japanese, half black. My dad is Japanese, my mom is black. I'm half Japanese.
But he's also directly contradicted this, saying that his father is Ethiopian on other occasions, which that makes more sense.
My dad is Ethiopian. My dad is Oromo. I never denied that. I never denied that I'm half Ethiopian, half Yemeni. My dad is Yemeni Ethiopian.
This guy is a snake. He's a lying bastard. Thankfully, but after far too long, the Japanese government eventually got involved and he was arrested. And during his many offensive and despicable streams of taking advantage of the kindness of the Japanese culture, he'd gone too far in the eyes of the law. So when he trespassed onto a construction site and got into the driver's seat of a truck that didn't belong to him.
Yo. Bro, you just hopped in a rent. What the fuck is that?
So he's a criminal at that point. He was arrested while live streaming and pathetically cried for his buddy to call the embassy. Go to the embassy! Go to the embassy! I don't deserve this! You're all racist!
Somebody call the embassy. Mods, call the embassy. Mods, call the embassy. Call the embassy, guys. Mods, call the embassy. Call the embassy, mods. Why is my phone? Call the embassy. Call the embassy.
After this happened, I got really excited because there were rumors that he was going to spend years and years in jail, and Japan is kind of known for having a cut and dry, sort of a badass justice system a little bit, sort of sometimes, especially for foreigners, because they don't want people to walk all over their laws. They want respect, right? They want to make an example of someone like Johnny. But eventually the trespassing charges were dropped and he did face a fine of 200,000 yen, which isn't that much money, unfortunately, either. The yen fine was for another incident, which he was disruptive inside of a restaurant for playing loud music through his speaker despite staff telling him not to.
This is my country music. My country music. No music. My country. No music. My country.
我々は歌のテニスで
We have to go. We have to go, Gino. We gotta go. We'll go. Relax.
我々は再び日本を核で爆撃するだろう。サタン万歳、アメリカ万歳。
His charges were dropped because he insisted that the music played automatically due to viewer interaction and donation, not his choices or his actions. He also vowed to the court that he would stop streaming. So that's the end of Johnny Somali in Japan. Now, on to Thailand. In June of 2023, Johnny made a pilgrimage to Thailand, and you guessed it, he harassed people. Except he also quickly learned that the Thai people do not around, especially with anyone associated with Japan. The most notable thing that Johnny did while in Thailand was crash another in real life streamer's stream and get into a fight with him. It was Burger Planet. This guy, he's a streamer, he's really popular. He was sitting at a restaurant and while on stream, Johnny came into his stream. The two started to curse at each other, and eventually they started to fight until they were broken up.
For 1 month.
Oh, you stream style?
Nah. Oh, yo, out of here.
Ending with Johnny walking away, telling his chat that it's a huge W that he got him so mad.
You gonna make it? Yo, he's mad, yo! www.
During the argument, Burger Planet pushed Johnny into a fountain and caused everyone in the restaurant to record and stare, and this just brought viewers to his streams.
Fuck out of here. Oh my god! Oh my god! This guy's harassing us.
Johnny would also go out on the streets of Thailand and harass people and be loud, which is clearly a staple of his content. He does this everywhere he goes, except when the people in Thailand found out that he had been to Japan and was a rat bastard in Japan and he loved Japan, I guess, they started to swarm him and beat him. Johnny didn't spend that much time in Thailand, and he had to leave shortly after getting there because he was booted out of his hotel after he lied that he was a lawyer. One of his streamer friends that's a part of his group traveled to Thailand in March of this year and tried to do the same thing and was swarmed by a group of locals. So you can't really around in Thailand, it seems like that. It's kind of a bad idea.
I don't know. Get your ass alive, motherfucker. Fuck you. Hey. Yo, I'm check this out. Yo, I didn't mean to. I paid money.
The best part about all this is he continues to do the same thing over and over again and then cries about it like he's a victim. It's awesome. I love the victim mindset. It's really cool. Then Johnny went to Israel.
Don't touch me. I'm from America, bitch. Don't touch me. I'll slap that ass. I'll grab it too.
Now, I don't know if you guys have been to Israel or if you know anything about the Middle East, specifically the area around Israel, like Lebanon and like Palestine and stuff, but like not exactly the safest spot in the entire world and not exactly a spot that any human in their right mind should go and try to capitalize on with in real life streaming, IRL streaming, unless maybe you're a piece of shit. With like Johnny Somali. He went to Israel.
I swear to God, I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby.
On March 25th, 2024, Johnny decided to go to Tel Aviv in Israel, where there were riots, demonstrations, and more. Israel and Palestine were actively engaged in a war, and there was just a ton happening at the time in Gaza. And on April 7th, he was actively at one of the protests with a police presence, blasting his annoying speaker and harassing anyone he came across. A female officer then crossed his path, to which he started calling her a bad bitch and that he'd take her to dinner. A few minutes later, his giant head was confronted. He has a massive dome, dude. It's crazy how big his head is compared to the rest of his body. It's like a mandrake from Harry Potter. You know, those the roots with the big head and the little thin, weird body. Officers came up to him, confronted him, grabbed his camera, and he started freaking out and stating that he was an American and that he's seeking asylum. Help! I'm seeking asylum!
Okay, now go. Relax. I'm in the asylum. I'm from America. What are you doing?
The stunt that he pulled on April 7th got him into a little bit of trouble. He was put into a police car. He was detained, but eventually let go. And later on, people recognized him as the guy who was harassing a female officer and others, and they confronted him. They called him a snitch since he got out so fast. They're like, how did you get let go so quickly?
Bro, what is this thing? Bro, back up. Bro, back this guy. Bro, relax.
They insinuated that he got away with his crime because he gave away others. Anyways, he gets surrounded yet again and his cameraman totally out. He begins to walk away. They start slapping Johnny around and he starts shuffling again, trying to get away. Then the people start attacking the cameraman and eventually steal his camera, walking away from the scene of the crime saying, Johnny Somali.
Zit المكان زت المكان.
They finally got their karma, and as usual, just like his other trips, I cannot believe how stupid he is. He harasses people and then calls for help once they get angry. Help! Help! You are getting exactly what you want. Why?
Bro, help me, bro. Charlie Bunny! Relax, bring it up, bro. Charlie Bunny! Bro, yo, stop, chill out.
The final and last thing that Johnny did in Israel was on April 11th. He went to the Western Wall, which is a holy site in Israel, and began putting pictures of Jeffrey Epstein, Aiden Ross, and Harvey Weinstein on it.
Aiden Ross. Give Somali a deal. Talk to Eddie for me, nigga. Epstein, you'll always be one of us. We love you. You're our king Jew. You're one of us. It doesn't matter what you did, nigga. You're still Jewish. You're still one of us. The final one is Harvey Weinstein. I love you so much. You're one of my favorite top Jews. I love you. This is the finale of Israel, guys. This has been a great 1 month stream. Guys, can I see W's in the chat? Was this not a great finale to Israel?
And he was questioned by police who took him away, where he eventually learns he's been banned from Jerusalem for 50 days. And he freed himself of a bail of $1,300. Okay, guys. There's a screenshot here that says it was 15 days, but Johnny himself says it was 50. Maybe he's mumbling though, I'm not sure. He can barely speak English and he's American, so it's very embarrassing. He also lied about the female police officer situation, stating that he was never arrested for that and that they were lying. He said that he was arrested for peacefully protesting and that Israelis love him there, which is just not true.
They're saying that I was arrested last night for sexually harassing a female officer. Do I look like someone who's sexually harassed anybody?
Now on to Korea, the final stop in our journey. Jonald Somaloid arrived in Korea on October 7th and immediately began to disrespect the culture, the sacred sites, and its people. As soon as he touched down in Seoul, he went to the Statue of Peace in Itaewon-dong, Itaewon-dong, Yongsan-gu, Seoul, and began kissing it and disrespecting it.
I stand with the Korean people. I love Korea. And everything that I did in Japan was for the Korean and the Chinese people. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
If you don't know, the statue is a commemoration of the thousands of women, primarily Korean, who were forcibly conscripted into sexual slavery by the Japanese military before and during World War II, particularly from the 1930s to 1945. If you don't know, Japan was up to absolutely no good in the empirical days, the empire days. The issue, like many from that era amongst Asian countries and even, our involvement with the Pacific Theater of World War II, it remain points of historical and diplomatic tensions between, in this case, specifically Korea and Japan. Many survivors and their families seek recognition, apology, and compensation for the atrocities, and the whole thing symbolizes a broader struggle for justice and historical accountability, which is cool, it's totally noble. And then we have Johnny Somali and this video. And what makes it iconic is that while at the statue he says, "I support Korean ideas, I love Korea."
I stand with the Korean people. I love Korea. And everything that I did in Japan was for the Korean and the Chinese people.
He's a dumbass. Later, he reveals that he wanted to travel to each comfort woman statue and disrespect it by kissing and twerking on it.
I gotta do a twerking video. This one looks beautiful. Where can I find this one?
And I don't know how realistic of a goal this is, considering that there are over 40 statues all across South Korea. But the good news is he'll never be able to actually complete it. Good news for us, not for him. It got so bad that Japanese and Korean police officers had to put up barriers and guards for stations near statues that Somali was predicted to go to next. Just, the guy is a menace.
I brought the baby oil to this bitch. I brought the baby oil. I was gonna pee her ass. I was about to pee Diddy her ass.
Following this epic stunt, he would be seen taunting people to come and find him, and sure enough, people started to show up and beat his ass. On October 17th, Johnny was in a noodle place eating delicious looking ramen and dumped his noodles on the table when the worker didn't allow him to drink in the store because he's an infant.
He was right to say you should never have kids. Your father was right. Your father was right.
And just a few minutes later, someone came up to Somali and his crew and punched him in the face and then ran away. Awesome. Yeah, dude. A drive-by punching. I just had a Steve-O moment. That was weird. I said, Yeah, dude. This set a new precedent. All right, out there in Korea, back October, Red October for Mr. Johnny Somali. From this point, Salami Boy would be repeatedly stalked and beaten by angry Koreans who would watch his stream and literally scream snipe him. Some of his most famous clips from his first time in Korea were from the people jumping him in groups and running by and punching him in the face. It is very clear to me, and probably most of you out there, that Koreans do not like Johnny Somali and they do not want him in their country. And I think that's totally respectable and fine. If someone is making money off of disrespecting your culture and it's just pretty much that cut and dry, you should be able to beat him up or throw him in jail or something. It's just pointless. Why allow this to be a thing? It absolutely contributes in no way to anything positive. I love freedom of speech. I love being able to be a troll, piece of shit, rage bait, whatever. This is just stupid. That's why we need this Korean frontier punching justice. That's good. That's good. We don't need laws around it. We don't need none of that. Just beat the out of the guy. What are you gonna do? Get in trouble? No. Nobody's gonna care. Johnny's a terrorist. He's actually a terrorist. He goes around and terrorizes people, and somehow he's just allowed to get away with it because he doesn't actually hurt anyone. He was also kicked off a bus by the bus driver because he was screaming and playing North Korean music, which I don't know if you guys know anything about the Korean War, but there's still some tension there.
Korean. I don't speak Korean. Speak Korean. What are you saying? A good guy. I don't mind if he sleeps with young guys, cause in my country we can touch young guys on their penis.
He was kicked off a train for the same reason, and he also, in a now deleted clip, said, "Shinzo Abe, I defeated the Koreans for you." And this is in reference to the former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who was assassinated in 2022 with a rust weapon, like I said earlier. Shinzo's attacker, Tetsuya Yamagami, used a homemade firearm and claimed his motive was rooted in personal grievances against the Unification Church. You see, Yamagami's family had faced severe financial hardship due to his mother's significant donations to the church, which left them bankrupt. And he targeted Abe specifically due to Abe's public support of the organization, sparking shock in Japan. This is significant in this particular issue because the church, the Unification Church, is significant in both Japanese and Korean history, as the church was originally founded in Korea and it has had an impact on both countries through its religious and political influence. And in Japan, the assassination renewed some calls for transparency in political alliances and raised some concerns over religious organizations' power, while in South Korea, it sort of showed everyone the ongoing societal issues tied to the church's operations. So Johnny Somali is an idiot, but he knows just enough or just little about cultural ties and conflicts to be able to use that to make content. His actions are incredibly disrespectful, and anywhere he goes is terribly sad to see that even his audience is interested in doing exactly what he's doing. It's, I don't know, dude, it's f***ed up. Thankfully, on October 26th, Salami was apprehended by Korean police for the dumbest Even after getting beaten repeatedly, he said that he was not afraid of Koreans and challenged them to come and find him.
I'm scared. Even Gino said the same thing. If you want to run up, run up. I'm live.
Because of this, he was continuously getting harassed and swarmed in the street. So to prevent large groups of people from blocking the street, Korean police put him in the back of a cop car to get him off the streets, literally, because he was physically causing a blockage because of all the people who wanted to whoop his ass. While in the back of the cop car, him and his crew are mocking the police and yelling at people on the street while drinking soju.
Hold on. Cheers. Stop drinking in the cop car, man.
Now, I need to reiterate that. He was drinking alcohol in the back of a cop car while mocking the cops driving the car. Even while detained, he's antagonizing people. It's amazing, really. Following his arrest for disobeying the rules on November 2nd, South Korea put a travel ban on Somali, preventing him from leaving the country because he is now being charged with obstruction of business, assault, and drug use. And if he is charged, which I'm hoping he is, please, he will face 10 years in prison. But let's be real, the South Koreans are probably just gonna be like, we don't want this guy here, just stay out of the country and never come back. Like, we don't want him to be a burden on our system. No, I don't blame you, but please, charge him fully. I will gladly help. If you need me to help in any way, I'll be a judge, a Korean judge. I'll move to Korea for a couple weeks to help out with this. I would love to do that. This guy's been allowed to get away with so much, and he's been paid for it. and it's time that there is actual real consequences in his life. There's been a lot of updates to this as well. He is apparently being charged with at least 2 crimes, and hopefully they throw the whole book at him, or I assume they're just going to kick him out of the country though. But it's pretty bad. There's also groups of unconfirmed, by the way, unofficially confirmed groups of soldiers, Korean soldiers, just looking for him, live streaming, and when they find him, they're going to beat the shit out of him because he's just causing so much trouble. I don't know, dude. I hope there's some consequences, really. And over the last few weeks, basically every part of Johnny's social media establishment has been deleted. He's widely despised for several reasons. Most of what he does for content and for his career is just unfathomable to the average person. Not only is the entire world basically against him, but now he's going to be facing severe consequences, and his channel and everything they're just gone. And a little tail of the tape: in return for this man's abysmal behavior, Johnny has received an equally abysmal audience. His YouTube channel has 18,000 subscribers, which is pretty impressive for, you know, a normal person who's kind of like doing good on YouTube and like trying to make a real channel and like provide some value and entertainment. But for a piece of shit that has had literally millions of views, billions of impressions of people talking about him, that's really sad that he only has 18,000 subscribers. His Kick page, which is the platform he live streams on, there's even less, about 13,000. Accumulating 13,000 followers over a year is pretty impressive, but not when you consider the amount of spotlight that the man has seen. It's like millions of views and impressions. It's ridiculous. People just hate him. And there's maybe between 13 and 20,000 people who are just as dumb as he is that actually like what he's doing. Oh, and by the way, both platforms have banned him. Now Johnny just has Rumble. He's only got 1.6 thousand followers on there. He's kind of starting from scratch, and he's got nothing but terrible PR and a horrible reception. On his Rumble channel, he's posted 2 videos in the last month, and neither have cracked 500 views. Loser! Johnny is being purged. Finally, guys, aside from his last bastion of Rumble, also on Instagram, he's still on there as well, but he's irrelevant on there. His Discord server, which he would use to scream vitriol into and have his awesome echo chamber, it was deleted. This was also where he'd threatened to abuse YouTube's copyright systems and strike down channels, specifically channels that talked about him, mentioning Atozy, myself, and Jamari. He hates me. This man is so stupid that he doesn't understand how fair use works. And not to mention, you can't just abuse copyright. Unlike my channel, you can't just have YouTube will look at someone who wants to take one of my videos down, and they actually care. They actually care about my channel because I try pretty hard. And they'll be like, well, this guy's just a fool. We're not obviously gonna. I've gotten claims from Johnny. I've gotten claims from other people, or people pretending to be people. A lot of time it's not even actually him, probably some dumbass in his Discord or something like that. But yeah, that doesn't work on people who YouTube actually has respect for, and people who, you know, who make content that a lot of people actually respect or enjoy, and don't just hate watch. Doesn't work. You can't just do that. You don't live in a world where you are God, unfortunately for you. Also, just wanting to blatantly abuse copyright systems in YouTube, a platform that he hadn't yet been banned on at this point. He went as far to say that he would hire a Jewish lawyer to help him file 3 strikes in a day to shut down these channels, specifically my channel he was talking about. This guy has no IQ, low IQ, sub-room temp. It's very unfortunate. He gives a bad name to anyone who is in any way associated with him, from Kick to being an American, whatever it is. This guy is not representative of anyone I've ever met in real life. Yeah, it's pretty rare to get banned from a country. And now that his Kick and YouTube are banned, I don't know how this man is gonna make money. I'll hire him. I'll give him a job as a farmhand if he wants. I'll let him come out here and I'll let him work on my farm if he wants. I have a farm. He can work on it if he wants. He can feed my chickens. Yeah, that would actually be really fun to have Johnny Somali come out and do a little labor. Do a little manual labor, a real job. No one would ever hire this guy in real life for any job ever, aside from me, of course, but that's because I would capitalize off of it massively. Or maybe like a degenerate. He'd have to sell drugs. He'd have to be a drug dealer. He would literally have to live a life of crime in order to make money at this point. Oh, he does have a Patreon-like subscription service to help make him some money, and there's a bunch of tiers. He's making about $100 from that a month, so it's not enough to keep him sustained, and it's very highly reviewed, to be honest. I'm kind of thinking about subscribing to it myself. There is a single 5-star review, and that review is, Johnny Somali is the man. So anyways, of all the content creators in the world, Johnny is potentially my least favorite and is the least interesting human being and most despicable creator of content that exists currently when it comes to the little bubble that we're all in when we're talking about Kick streamers, YouTube streamers, etc. Nobody should spend or waste time watching anything Johnny Somali related unless it's posted by like a commentary channel who's capitalizing off of him. People are gonna be hunting this guy down throughout all walks of life, wherever he goes from now on. I wouldn't be surprised to see even more consequences, more hard-hitting consequences. I wouldn't be surprised to see him genuinely hurt at this point. And I can't say that I would feel bad, really. I think the boy who cried wolf has cried wolf so much. Incredibly disrespectful person. Anything he gets, he absolutely 100% deserves at this point. Karma may or may not be real. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go sub to the Gump Club and watch some videos uncensored. You get some cool Sour Boy stuff. Go to sour.gg, buy some candy. We got Pitch Black flavor. It is a total ripoff of Mountain Dew Pitch Black, kind of, but it's like sour licorice. It's really good. Sour licorice strips. We have our own candy company, natural dyes, natural flavors, etc. Go check that out, sour.gg. I'll see you in the next video.